Alright, here we go. We're back. Hello, everyone. Alright, we can put our record back now, I think, because... yeah, we're up to a new season. What's up, Zinc? Hope you're doing well. No, we are not actually on the last day of the season. Yesterday was the last day of the season, which is probably why you were back down to Pokeball tier. I did play yesterday. I didn't manage to make it to Master Ball on this account, which is fine, because, again, I made it to Master Ball on my main account. I didn't really care about making it on this one so badly, but we're going to see if we can get to Master Ball tier now on this account. But we're also going to try a new team today, so we're going to play around with some of the Pokemon that I have right now. See if I can make a new team. Oh, there's game data being downloaded. Okay, that's fine. Love that there was a Salamence fighting a Jolteon in the background there. Yeah, we are up to a new season today, right? Okay. Monthly Challenge Series, May 2026. Season M2 Battle Passes, and M2 is underway. Okay, so I don't know what's new. I haven't really looked. So let's see. Season M2 is underway. Right, it's going to be until June 17th, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Ranked Season M2 will follow regulations at MA, so it's the same regulation, right? Same exact Pokemon are going to be allowed, so the same teams should work. The new Battle Pass, I guess... oh, okay, so the new Battle Pass is going to give you Gengar and Gengarite. Okay. With the Premium Battle Pass, you could get Skarmory and Skarmoryte, Kangaskhan and Kangaskhanite. Okay, main character outfits from Legend ZA, I don't care about that. Alright. Cool. And then the monthly challenge series will get you a Galley, that's fine. Okay, entry period is Friday, May 22nd to Monday, June 1st. So the event period is Friday, May 29th to Monday, June 1st. I'll have to double check my calendar and see how well I would be able to participate in that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so it's the same exact format. From the looks of it, season ends in 30 days, of course. And I'm assuming that everyone just goes down to... okay, so it shows you the team you were using, or I guess the last team you were using. I made it to Ultra Ball rank 3. Do you get rewards for this? I got 6,000 VP for that. Okay. Okay, that's fine. So that puts me at 36,000 right now, which is a pretty good number, pretty good amount of VP to have, because that's enough to make like 2 whole teams if I really wanted to. So let's do that. Let's work on teams. Let's do recruitment first, of course. Always start by recruiting. It's the same regulation, so nothing new here. I can use normal or ice type affinity tickets. I don't think I want to use a ticket though. But I do want to change my team. Frostlass is fun, but I don't want to keep playing with the same one. We're gonna change things up a bit. So we have Oranguru, Audino, Orbanite, Furfuro. Fizzor is a pretty good, fun Pokemon we can try out. Ooh, Scovillain, actually. Hold on. Do I want to try Mega Scovillain? Mega Scovillain had gotten really popular. Thanks a lot, Wolfie VGC. We got a Crocodile with the actual good EV spread. I guess technically the Scizor also has a good EV spread. I actually take the Scizor, honestly. We are limited in how many Pokemon I can actually carry. I'm at 40 slots and 38 Pokemon already in my party, or in my boxes. Okay, this team was great. It worked okay, honestly. Like it wasn't anything special. It was a team. It worked. I'm debating if I want to do a rain team now, or if I want to do this Trick Room team. I would need to get the items that I need for all these Pokemon and to train them up and stuff. I don't like not having Sinistcha on a team like this though. The other thing I can do is do recruitments and see if I can get lucky enough to get like a Camerupt and see if I could recreate my Mega Camerupt team, which would only require me to get Sinistcha. Yeah, I think the Glomora and the Pelipper we could get rid of. We should start releasing some or start returning some of these Pokemon because I'm not gonna use Skeledirge. I'm not gonna use Umbreon. Oh, I should try Meganium actually. Glomora we're not gonna use. Pelipper we're not gonna use, honestly. So I already have another Pelipper. I'm not gonna use Absol either. And I'm probably not using Arcanine because Incineroar is just better. So we can return all those guys. I can do mass recruitments now too, honestly, just to see. We have a lot of tickets, so we might as well start recruiting. If I could get lucky enough to find a Camerupt, honestly, I will grab the Camerupt. I don't remember if I have Aegislash or not. I think I do, actually, so maybe Garganacl would be a fun Pokemon to have. Farigiraf I already have. Let's grab Garganacl here. We'll do a few recruitments. Okay, we have Superior, which could be fun to play around with. Superior, the only thing is that like it would be really bad against a lot of the teams in the current format. It would be, you know, it's weak to Aerodactyl, it's weak to Charizard. Very weak to Charizard since it can't really hit Charizard back. It would be good against Basculegion at least, but I guess Armarouge is the best one here. Or Galarian Slowbro. Galarian Slowbro with Body Press, that's pretty good. Let's go with Armarouge for now. We'll do like one or two more recruitments. Oh my gosh, we got Rhyperior. We love Rhyperior. Abominable would be really good for Trick Room, honestly. And it's already a Brave Nature, so maybe... No tickets. That was a misclick. Mamoswine just sitting there, all menacingly. Out of these Pokemon, honestly... none of these are really all that interesting other than maybe Mimikyu. I didn't know Mimikyu gets Woodhammer, that's interesting. Fable can be kind of good too, but I think I already recruited one. Actually, it doesn't matter what I grab here, let's just grab Greninja. Alright. What Pokemon do I want to run on my second team? Let's put this team away for now. It was a fun team, but yeah. Okay. Yes, we could run Meganium now. Meganium works best in rain, so I guess what we could do is throw in Pelipper for rain, of course. If we're gonna do Pelipper, we should probably do Archaludon and Basculegion as my main 4 Pokemon. Basculegion can hold on to... I don't want to give it a Choice Scarf, honestly. Mystic Water is probably not bad on Basculegion, just to do as much damage as possible. Okay. Let's see. Is there any Pokemon in the top 15 or so that would be really good against this team? Probably not that many. Kingambit's good against Basculegion, obviously. Do I want to have like a Sneasler on this team? Do I even have a Sneasler? I don't think I have a Sneasler. That is unfortunate that we don't have Sneasler. The other Pokemon I've been wanting to use is Drampa, but I feel like Drampa you really want to put on a team with Trick Room. And I don't know if I really want to be running Trick Room. We can throw in Aegislash here. None of these Pokemon are like are fairy resists, so maybe Aegislash would be a good idea. Aegislash would also help me deal with opposing Basculegions a little bit. At least if it has Shadow Sneak. Kind of wanted to have... Oh, like, hold on. What else would work well on a rain team? Mega Scizor could possibly be a good Pokemon for a rain team. It also would be decent into, like, Floette. I don't know if we want Mega Scizor. And I know Incineroar is obviously very good. I wonder if I want to throw in... I almost want to throw into Kingambit. Would this be a good team? I mean, if the main Pokemon is Meganium, its best support, of course, is Pelipper, because that sets up the rain to help it resist... Not resist, but lower damage from Fire-type moves. And we need to have ways of... We just need to, most importantly, have ways of dealing with Sun teams, especially, outside of just sending out Pelipper all the time. I almost wish I had Sableye. Sableye would be fun. I don't hate this set for Archaludon, and then for Archaludon, since he's so bulky, I mean, I've enjoyed putting leftovers on Archaludon. Draco Meteor, I think it's fine. Pelipper, we want to give... If you're max bulk Pelipper, I don't know what item I would want to give to him. Probably not Sash, though. Bright Powder on a Pelipper would be really funny. No, we could give it a Sash. Incineroar is best with Citrus Berry, and what we'll do here... Maybe get rid of... Should I get rid of Flare Blitz? I don't think we should get rid of Flare Blitz. Even if it's a rain team, having Flare Blitz is probably not a bad idea. I don't really have a lot of ways of hitting Steel-type Pokemon with this team, though. And Steel types will be a threat to Meganium, who does not want to have Synthesis. I do actually like Synthesis on Meganium, but Protect is too important. What is Meganium's base speed? I think it doesn't change. I think it's base 80. Yeah, Mega Meganium has a base 180 speed. Ooh, if I give it one speed point, it actually outspeeds Mega Gengar with Trick Room up, and outspeeds base Aerodactyl, which could be kind of nice. We'll do that. And 1 point into special defense. Modest, I think, is fine. Overgrow or Leaf Guard doesn't really matter. Yeah, let's do that. So that's our Mega Meganium. Pelipper, of course, we want not to have Ice Beam. We definitely want Weather Ball and Hurricane, but we're gonna want to have Wide Guard and Tailwind on this thing for sure. And if we're going with, yeah, we want to max out its damage as well. If we're going with the, that's Drizzle, perfect. Right, we want to max out his damage. Or max out his speed if we're going with that Focus Sash build. Caledon, I think is fine as is. Very specially bulky so that you can't really target its special defenses as easily. 2 points into its speed does two things. Number one, it means that assuming I'm up against an opposing Archaludon or any Pokemon with its base speed, which Archaludon has a base speed, I know it's not that high. I don't know what it is exactly. Okay, it's 85. So if I end up against any Pokemon with a base 85 speed, I outspeed them. Archaludon outspeeds any Rotoms that don't have speed investment. It is slower than Excadrill though, which is fine. Base Excadrill, it is slower than base Excadrill. Maybe outspeeding base Excadrill would be a nice thing to do, which would require me to be at 155 speed, which would mean, or sorry. Oh yeah, no, never mind, I can't outspeed that. Unless I like fully, even if I fully invest. Okay, never mind that. Yeah, so I think at 107 speed, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, at 107 speed in Trick Room also, I outspeed Mega Greninja and Dragapult, which are the fastest Pokemon in the format other than Mega Aerodactyl and Alakazam and Beedrill, but no one runs Alakazam and Beedrill, so that should be fine. Yeah, so in Tailwind, Archaludon actually does outspeed Dragapult and even Mega Greninja. Snarl is just to help increase its survivability. Electroshock, of course, it's its main attack. And Draco Meteor is its biggest nuke. This should be fine. Rescue Legion is fine as it is. Max speed. I'm running adaptability. I like adaptability more than Swift Swim, honestly. Kingambit should have Chople Berry. I need to figure out. I need to buy a Chople Berry for that first. I need to remember what the calc is for actually surviving close combat from our friend Sneasler. First, let me go into the shop. Look at all these held items I can't buy. I mean, obviously I can buy these, but there's a lot we also can't buy. The other item that could work on Kingambit, honestly, would be black glasses. So let's buy those as well. Yeah, there's not really that many good held items other than just damage boosting items and berries. That's pretty much it. Oran Berry being viable is so sad because, like, it's outclassed. It's useless. It's like this thing becomes useless past like level 20. I should try Mega Venusaur, that'd be fun. I love Mega Venusaur. Man, I really want to find a Camerupt in my... I so badly want to find camera up in recruitments, but that would require so much luck. Okay, is there any major issue that this team is going to face? I feel like Aerodactyl, yeah, but not really, because our Chaladon Electroshot should one-tap it. Kingambit, we want to give Choppleberry. I need to run to Calc though to find out how to make him survive. Let's see. Alright, we found champions. Alright, I'm using Kingambit. I don't know what its usual set would be. Easily close combat does so much damage. With no defensive investment, it just dies, which is so scary. With max HP and 2 points in defense, I am guaranteed with a Choppleberry to survive a close combat from our dear friend Sneasler, which isn't much. Let me see. Hold on. Let me train this thing. This is the best way to... This is a good way to do this. Alright. We're going to max out... We want to max out attack as much as we can, obviously, but we're going to max out defense. We're going to say... We want to get to this point here. So that is how many points? 25 points. And if I throw the rest into defense... Obviously, we're not going to have Guillotine or Thunder Wave on this thing. We're going to have Iron Head. If we run Sword Stance on this thing, I feel like we don't want Sword Stance on it though. That's what Defiant's for. So we do want to have Kowtow, Sucker Punch, Iron Head, and instead of Protect, I almost want to run Low Kick. And then let's put a point into 2 points into speed. Actually, I don't know. Is Kingambit running speed in this game? I'm not even sure. The last time I checked the top sets, I don't even know. Yeah, people aren't really running that much speed on Kingambit. Is this enough to survive if he has... I do survive. Okay, with this EV spread, I do actually survive close combat. I can go down to 6 points actually. And put a few points into speed. Put some points into special defense. Yeah, this allows me to survive close combat from Sneasler. We don't want pressure, we want Defiant. Do I want points and speed? We're gonna assume that I'm gonna have Tailwind up most of the time. Yeah, even with Tailwind though, Kingambit's so slow. I think this is fine. We'll find out. We might get rid of Kingambit from the team, honestly. We'll see. Right now, I'm just using him as a potential check into Basculegions. Also, because he's not bad in rain, since it does reduce his fire weakness, of course. You're fine as you are. Okay, I think we have a team that's pretty much ready to go. This was another idea I had for a rain team. We'll get rid of that. And this was my idea for a trick room team. We'll have to rethink all this stuff. I'm not against using trick room. I don't like not having Sinistcha though. Because like if I want to run trick room, what I'm going to want to have is of course my Farigiraf as a trick room setter. Araquanid as one of my attackers. And then my main attacker would be either Aggron or Drampa. If we're running trick room, Oranguru is not a bad idea. I almost would want to have like Sneasler to have an out of trick room mode. Actually, Crabominable is probably better than... Crabominable is probably better than Aggron. But also, another thing that's better than Aggron... Here's my thing. If I was running Trick Room, I really do want to try Mega Golurk. I have bought a few Mega Golurks and had no issues with them because the problem with Golurk being a ghost type Pokemon means that it's weak to the same Pokemon that Farigiraf and Sinistcha are weak to. A really good Pokemon for this though would probably be Sylveon. Sylveon could be really good in Trick Room. Clefable probably could be a good defensive pivot. If I did want to run Golurk, Clefable helps keep Dark Pokemon at bay, with the exception of Kingambit, I guess. Hey Sylvia, how's it going? And I don't even know why I had Tyranitar on the team, honestly. Other than because why not? Other than because I don't have anything else. Yeah, so like I don't really have a great Trick Room setup as of right now. I'm doing alright, can't complain. Okay, my final team, if I wanted to run a third team, I do kind of want to try running Sun. So it would look something, definitely want to have Charizard, Venusaur, and Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl is by far the best partner for Charizard. I almost feel like having Basculegion on a Sun team is actually not a bad idea. Just so that you have a way of making yourself stronger in rain. Or even Archaludon would be really funny on a rain team. I've been running Melodic on my Sun team on my main account, and Melodic has been feeling pretty good to use as well. Other than that... Yeah, again, like, what is this team mostly weak to? Honestly, Kingambit would be good to deal with Basculegion. I've been running Garchomp on the Sun team. So something like this might actually be a good idea for a Sun team. But we're going to stick with this. We're going to do the Rain team right now. Let's go for it. Oh no, I'm Pokeball tier again. Yeah, other games when the season resets, you don't drop all the way down to starting rank, but I guess for this game they decided starting rank is where it's at. Okay, so we're up against a Mega Frostlass team. So we do want to make sure we bring in Kingambit. Kingambit will be able to deal with the Frostlass, but we also need to be careful not to bring in Kingambit against Sneasler necessarily. What I'm kind of a little bit worried about is, are they bringing in Sneasler and Tandemaus as their leads, maybe? I can maybe bring in Pelipper as a lead. Try and get off Tailwind. I almost want to start Incineroar, but I don't think I can bring Incineroar into this game, because if you look at their team, they have the two main anti-Incineroar Pokemon, so I don't think that's going to be an option here. So we might bring Basculegion in instead. I think we're just going to do Meganium, and you know what, instead of our Charladon, I think we will bring Kingambit. We'll leave our Charladon at home for this one game. As much as I want to bring our Charladon, because I absolutely love our Charladon, I think it's a great Pokemon, I don't know how well it's actually going to do here. Now we know that Kingambit is probably the best answer into the Frostlasses that this guy's running. When they just hardcore go straight into Frostlass. That's interesting. I wonder if they are going to turn 1 go for the Blizzard spam. I can Tailwind here to match their Tailwind. And maybe we just break Focus Sash on the Whimsicott. They're probably going to use Tailwind, and I assume either Shadow Ball or Blizzard onto me. Maybe I actually Protect here. But if they go for Shadow Ball, I can also switch in Kingambit. I'm going to Protect here. I think they're going to try to Shadow Ball my Basculegion. I think they're scared of Basculegion, but they also know that they're going to move first. I don't see a Blizzard coming in. Starts the snow, of course, which is fine. He does use Tailwind, okay, as predicted. So we match Tailwinds. I did predict the Shadow Ball. Awesome. Get our Tailwind going. Now the thing is that Pelipper is also in danger right now. It doesn't have Protect, but we can Weather Ball the Whimsicott, and we're gonna switch into Kingambit here. The worst thing that can happen is that they switch out their Whimsicott, but it looks like they didn't, because it would have went first. They didn't switch at all. Whimsicott goes for Encore because he thought that I was gonna stay in and get hit by that. Oh, Frostlass uses Nasty Plot. Okay, that actually is really not great for me, but also really not bad for me. Whimsicott. Wow, that actually didn't do enough to bring Whimsicott down to Sash. Right, he might try to Shadow Ball me. I'm going to go for the Y-Guard here. And we're going to... Honestly, we're going to Kowtow Cleave into the Frostlass. I don't think it does enough damage, but... Okay, he withdraws. That's fine. Mouse Hold, which is annoying because it has Fake Out for sure. Frostlass protects. Okay. So I kind of just showed my hand for no reason, unfortunately. He'll be forced into using Shadow Ball now. I kind of wish I had used that into the other slots now. That's okay. Okay, is he going to just attack into the Pelipper slot? I think so. How badly do I need Meganium for this? Is his last Pokemon Sneasler or Kingambit is the question. I think he would have brought either Melodic or Kingambit. It's just a question of which one. Also, I mean, I could also just go for the second Wide Guard. He's gonna fake out though. So I'm gonna go for the Sucker Punch on the Froslass. He might just Shadow Ball into the Pelipper slot instead, and that's fine if he does. Oh, he uses Follow Me. Okay. That's annoying because that means that Sucker Punch misses. I hope he went for Blizzard. Oh, he went Shadow Ball. Okay, that's a problem. We don't need the weather up right now since we don't have Kingambit. So what we'll do is we will Tailwind again. It's not going to work, obviously, but Kingambit's not really doing much here. Low Kick is going to do like nothing into Maushold is the problem. I think Maushold is that bulky. Yeah, Froslass protects, that's fine. He encores me into Sucker Punch. That's fine, I get my Tailwind up. So now the thing is that he is gonna go for... Okay, the Snow stops, which is great for me. Weather Ball becomes a regular move though. You know what? We are going to Weather Ball into the mouth. No, Weather Ball doesn't do much. We're gonna risk the attempt at a Hurricane, and we're gonna switch into Meganium here. Fine, I was targeting that anyways. Hurricane misses, that's fine. I just wanted to make the attempt. Shadow Ball does take down Pelipper. Which means I don't get the rain up for this game, but that's not the end of the world. He's gonna protect that, we'll go Kingambit again. He is probably going to Follow Me. The way they're playing is they're being super defensive around Froslass. But what we actually want to do here is probably Iron Head to Maushold. And we can go for... Oh, I don't have Weather Ball. I'm supposed to have Weather Ball on Meganium. That's my fire coverage for this team. Alright. I made a mistake in team building. We'll have to address that. Alright, we'll just go Dazzling Gleam for now. Earth Power is a good move, but I did want Weather Ball. Okay, Maushold does Follow Me, which we already knew was going to happen. That's fine. I don't know why he's not switching the Froslass out. Yeah, he went for Blizzard. Meganium avoids. That's what happens when you don't switch to reset your weather. Kingambit takes a lot of damage from that, but it is double damage because it is that +2 special attack. Oh, and that was a crit, of course. Okay, so what's going to happen next turn is he's going to protect the Froslass if he doesn't switch it out. Because now he's afraid of me using Sucker Punch on it for sure. Whimsicott comes out. Whimsicott is also going to get hit by an Iron Head. Actually, we should Sucker Punch anyways, even if it fails, right? Dazzling Gleam does get the KO on Whimsicott. Oh, except for he's gonna Tailwind. And then if he... Okay. hold on. Basculegion's not the most important Pokemon here. I think we Sucker Punch anyways, because we're gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam. So either way, we do end up hitting the Whimsicott. It's going to Tailwind. Froslass does protect, as I predicted. But now he doesn't have Hail anymore, so Blizzard has a chance of just straight up missing. And he's not going to have the increased defense. You know what? I keep saying Hail as if it's not snow now. Hail is outdated. It's not a thing anymore. Alright, we get to find out what his last Pokemon is. I get the feeling it's Sneasler. As predicted. Okay, so, I mean, we have to Sucker Punch. And the question is, does he go for the Dire Claw onto Meganium? Or does he try to fake out someone? I think he tries to go for the Dire Claw on Meganium. I think it's like, my only win con here is Sucker Punch hitting the Froslass, but like what else can I really go for here? We just need to keep the Meganium alive here. Meganium protects, which means that he didn't use any protects. He can't use Aurora Veil. He does fake out into the Kingambit, which is what he needed to do. What could happen here is if Blizzard misses, though. If Blizzard misses, I'm good. It doesn't miss. Okay. So that's what I was afraid of, was him doing a fake out onto Kingambit instead. I think that I should have realized the only way for me to win was for me to get the Sucker Punch off on it. Okay, now he goes for Shadow Ball into Basculegion. And he's going to... He's going to Dire Claw into Meganium. I think I lost this game. Last turn, it was a huge 50-50. I think if I had done Earth Power into Sneasler, then I probably would have won this game. But as it stands right now, he Shadow Balls into Basculegion. I mean, unless I get the KO onto Froslass with a Aqua Jet, I don't think it can happen. Or if I get a Double Protect. Let's try Double Protecting here and see what happens. Oh, we got the Double Protect. That's huge. Alright, it's not enough to pick up the KO on Froslass, though. What I needed to do there also was go for Wave Crash, I think, onto Sneasler instead. Because Dire Claw one-shots me. Alright, that's game. Damn, losing my first game in Pokeball tier, that is really bad. Guys, I'm washed already. It's been literally 1 month and I'm already washed. On the bright side, I can't lose any rank. Because I don't have any rank. Yeah, I could have won that game twice there. If I had not Sucker Punched and instead went for Earth Power into Sneasler, expecting him to go into a fake out onto Kingambit, because that was his only way of keeping his Froslass alive there. So I really should have gone for Earth Power onto Sneasler, and then it would have been Froslass on her own against two Pokemon that she wouldn't be able to win against. Okay, this is an interesting team. They have Mega Dromp. Wow, that might not be. It might not be Mega Drampa. It might just be plain old Drampa here. This one's interesting. I'm gonna assume that's Mega Charizard Y. Azumarill. Oh wait, is this an AI opponent? Because I lost in Pokeball tier. Because why are they running Azumarill and Steelix? Well, we'll do Pelipper to start. You know what we'll actually do? Is I will lead Incin. I could potentially fake out. Arch, Pelipper, and Meganium. Yeah, it looks like it's a pity match. It is a pity match, yeah. I don't like that that's a thing in this game. It shouldn't be a thing. You should not be given AI opponents just because you lost a game in Pokeball, because it makes it too easy to climb. Yeah, and they literally led the first 2 Pokemon of their party. This is an AI opponent. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll take advantage of the fact that it's an AI opponent and just obliterate it. We're not going to count it towards my record, though. If it's obvious that it's an AI opponent, we are not adjusting the record accordingly. Yeah, that's obviously an AI. Quickly, go Electro Shot. That's a dead Charizard. It's so annoying going up against pity matches like this. It's not a good thing. Ooh, Surf. Yeah, you use Surf. You would have hit your own Charizard with that. Like, yeah, this is obviously AI. Oh no, it's a Steelix. Whatever shall I do? I'm really hoping that the Snarl Tech comes into play at some point. Wow, it doesn't even have... Okay, if I had known that thing was going to get one-shot, it didn't have Sturdy. If I knew it didn't have Sturdy, I would have went for Electro Shot onto the Azumarill instead. His Surf's going to do even less damage now. Oh, it used a good move this time. And barely did any damage, which tells me that it's probably not even huge power. And it just used the first 4 Pokemon, didn't it? Yeah, it just used the first 4 Pokemon from the party. That's so annoying. It's really annoying. It's kind of insulting, honestly, that they did this. You shouldn't have to play against AI opponent just to get win streak going. Like, that's so stupid. It's also really bad for new players. I think what they did was they put into AI opponents so that people who are new wouldn't be discouraged. Right? Like, you lose a game, and then you end up with an AI opponent, so you win a game very easily, so that people who don't realize it's AI, people who are new to the game would be like, oh, I'm not that bad at the game after all. That too. That's also a possibility. But I think it's more for because they want new players to join the game. And that's an immediate rank up. Like, that's undeserved. That's so undeserved. Yeah, we really don't need bots. Like, if you can't climb out of Great Ball, like, it's unfortunate, but you have to figure out why you can't climb out. That's all. Now, this is a real person, just based off of the Pokemon that they're bringing in with them. I wonder who they'll actually bring, though. Given the fact that I have Meganium on my team, we know there's a 100% chance this guy brings Sneasler, which tells me maybe I should have a Sneasler answer on this team. Now, interestingly enough, the possibility of using Farigiraf instead of Incineroar exists. The idea behind that being that Twin Beam one-shots Sneasler even if it's holding a Focus Sash, and if I run an Imprison set on Farigiraf, then I'm shutting off Trick Room as well. For this matchup, however, we obviously want to bring Pelipper at some point. Basculegion might be a good idea here. It is, but I already have a Pokemon that sets up Tailwind in Pelipper, so I don't really need to have a second flying type for that. Alright, we probably want to bring... We can bring Incineroar here, however. He doesn't have any... Yeah, Incineroar, Basculegion, Pelipper, and Meganium I think is fine here. Archie isn't too necessary. Okay, no backseat gaming. Let me fail on my own if that's what's gonna happen. How funny would it be? Is this the same person? No, it's not. They have a different team. How funny would it be if you ended up in a match against someone and then ended up in a match against the same person right afterwards in this game? Whether you win or lose. Okay, the only thing they can do is fake out onto Incin. It's White Herb Sneasler. They're going to fake out the Incineroar this turn. And then Foul Play onto Basculegion, probably? Why want Basculegion to go down here? I feel like, do I really need Basculegion that badly? The answer is probably no. I can bring in Meganium to bait Dire Claw for next turn, and then just go for the Wave Crash on Sneasler here. Because he's going to fake out for sure. Like, in his mind, probably fake out prevents Incineroar from doing anything. So I could... Oh, he went for close combat instead. Okay. That does do a lot of damage, unfortunately, but... This is a good trade. Right, me getting rid of Sneasler immediately... Umbreon, like I said, is most likely going to Foul Play to try to get rid of the Basculegion, and it probably will KO, but we're not 100% sure. It does KO, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I can bring out my Rain now. Question is, do they have Frostlass? They might have Frostlass. We're gonna go Incin here again. I think they're gonna bring out Frostlass here. Oh, bring out Garchomp instead. Umbreon got Inner Focus. Alright, we can... Dazzling Gleam does do a lot of damage here. And we can fake out onto Garchomp. We don't know what else Umbreon has. We know that Umbreon can be the most annoying Pokemon ever, though. But we're gonna fake out onto Chomp. He doesn't switch, which is good. He protects Umbreon. Okay, I don't know why he would go for that. He might have double protected? No double protect. So this should, I think, take out Garchomp, right? Like, Rough Skin does do more damage than we know. That's a great question. What happened to adding Weather Ball? I don't know if I really need Weather Ball right now. I feel like Earth Power might be a good surprise move. Oh, Garchomp does not go down. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is protect. And we're gonna Throat Chomp to Garchomp. Garchomp wants to probably knock out Meganium here. Garchomp goes for Rock Slide. Okay, that all... I mean... I don't know if that would have picked up a KO on Meganium, though. Meganium is very bulky. Umbreon uses Yawn. Okay. No flinch, no flinch, no flinch. Throat Chop, good. KO onto Garchomp. Garchomp wasn't really a threat there anyways, but it's fine. And now we can see what the last Pokemon was. If the last Pokemon is Frostlass, we're happy. It was Charizard. Okay, we don't need Meganium that badly here. So we're gonna do something like this. Parting Shot, Zard. And you guys might be asking why even do this, because I'm probably going to be losing my Meganium here. Yes, but Meganium doesn't do much. Meganium can't do anything to Charizard here, but really, What we want to do is weaken the Charizard as much as we can. Umbreon protected, which is perfect. This is exactly what we wanted. You can go ahead and knock down my Meganium. That is fine. Incin survives this. Then it's going to heal because of the berry. Then Incin actually has access to Fake Out next turn to hit the Charizard. But I'm actually not going to target the Charizard next turn. He also loses the Sun, which is great because he can't use Solar Beam in one turn. His Fire-type moves are weaker. He probably protects Charizard this turn. And Charizard's at -1 special attack now, so it's really not threatening at all. Umbreon just used... what's it called? Umbreon just used Protect, so he cannot protect this turn. Yep, Charizard protects. That was obvious. It's scared for its life right now. But he still has a chance as long as it's a 2v2. So we do this. Get our Tailwind up. He's gonna yawn someone. Who does he yawn? He yawns the Pelipper. He needs to get a double... yeah, he needs to get a double protect here. I don't know how much damage that's gonna do. But this should one-shot the Charizard. Like, he has to go for a double protect, and if he doesn't get the double protect, it's a 33% chance for him to not just get obliterated. He should have went for the double protect. That was the only play they could have made. The only winning play they had was going for the double protect there. Because then if he could have picked off my Pelipper while the... oh, that was a crit. He could have tried picking off Pelipper while it was asleep, and instead he goes for Yawn. Which, don't get me wrong, him using Yawn is really annoying, but it's not going to win him the game right now. Now he can stall out until the sun, or until the rain runs out, but here's the thing. He can't stall out this battle. He has to get a knockout in order to be able to stall out the match. He's gonna foul play, which doesn't do that much. It doesn't do nothing, but it doesn't do much either. And he does have leftovers. He can't use Protect either is the thing right now. Because if he protects, he's wasting my sleep turns. This is the last turn of Rain. Probably should have used Hurricane instead, but this is fine. Pelipper stays asleep, Incin is asleep. Yeah, he's gonna... okay. Rain stops. This is really annoying, but he might actually be able to 1v2 me here. Because Incin is taking too much damage. So what I can do is now I can stall for time. I can't lose this game. But what we can do is slow down now and make sure that it might end up in a draw at the very least for me. So then again, it doesn't really matter that much, right? Also, I now have access to Flare Blitz, which it's going to accelerate Incineroar's deck, but he's not going to do 0 damage though, because Foul Play does damage according to my attack stat, not his. Pelipper wakes up, hits the Hurricane, give me the Confusion. Confusion would be nice here. Nice. Hit yourself. Nice, there it is. Incin is still asleep. Yeah, I mean, Umbreon's only ever going to use Foul Play as an attacking move. Alright, we go for Flare Blitz again, and Hurricane is going to hit harder here, so we should keep spamming Hurricane. Oh, no, okay, they're not trying to stall. Hurricane does miss there, which is unfortunate. Hits himself again. Incin wakes up. Flare Blitz getting a burn would be game-winning. Oh, that Hurricane had hit. Nice! Opposing Umbreon is burned. That is so funny. They've got to quit the game now, right? Like, there's no way they don't quit. Burn negates their leftovers now. Now we're just gonna Weather Ball instead to guarantee an attack hits. Even if it's not a strong attack. They're probably pissed off right now thinking that they lost because of RNG. They didn't lose because of RNG. They lost because their last Pokemon is an Umbreon. You could protect all you want, brother. I do not care about that. I should have used Tailwind last turn, honestly. To make sure that Incineroar goes first. Like, you can leftovers all you want. He goes from 29% down to 29%. So, like, his leftovers is negated. He can't even use Protect to recover HP with lefties. But he's not confused anymore either, which is great for him. Come on, Pelipper, do it again. Hurricane hits. Nice. Yeah, it was very unlikely for him to win there. RNG helped speed the process up, but I don't think I would have really been losing there. That is now 1-1. And immediate rank up because Pokeball tier is literally just freebie. Actually, you know what? Let me cancel if I can. Let me actually go change up the Meganium. I don't want to get rid of I almost don't want to get rid of Earth Power because I feel like that could be such a good move. But Weather Ball is too strong to not have. And what was the other Pokemon I said I should have instead of Incineroar? I don't remember who I said I should put in instead. So I think I was saying that my team was weak to... I feel like this team is kind of weak to Basculegion, and I would love to have... on it. Oh, I said Farigiraf, actually. But I have been using Incin, so I don't know if I really want to get rid of... Then again... You know what? Let's go for it. Let's try out Farigiraf here. Yeah, clearly not doing a mild nature. We're gonna do... I guess we could do bold. Is this enough to survive Kowtow Cleave? This is enough to survive Kowtow Cleave. And if I throw the rest into special attack, it's a 144. Okay, hold on. 14 points into special attack. I survived Kowtow Cleave. Do I survive +1 Kowtow Cleave? We do not survive +1 Kowtow Cleave. But we survive a regular Kowtow. With these EVs. And then what we want to do is see if I can one-tap Sneasler with Twin Beam. Oh yeah, we definitely one-tap it with Twin Beam. Even without any special attack investment, we one-tap it with Twin Beam, so we don't even have to invest in my special attack. We can throw the rest into special defense. We do want Iron Tail. Armor Tail, rather. No Psychic. We want Twin Beam. We could do Hyper Voice here, because why not? Imprison. Where's Imprison? But instead of Hyper Voice, we're going to do Helping Hand. Let's do that. Look at that, we're still at over 30,000. 30,000 VP, I should say. Alright, let's try Farigiraf on the team. As a way of potentially dealing with Sneasler. And I got an achievement, Double Battle Sweeper. I guess that's for winning without anyone fainting, which is only because of the AI that I even got that, but that's fine. And then we have our daily missions done, and we have the evolve, Mega Evolve 10 times, and win without your team fainting. Okay. What else do I need to do? I need to use grass type moves 5 times. Send 5 rock types into battle. Let's shuffle that around. Send 5 flying types. That's Pelipper. So we'll do that for sure. Dude, I would get $3 in VP for free just for transferring something from home, but I don't have I have access to home, but I'm not allowing myself to use it. Alright, small adjustment made. We don't have Fake Out anymore, which kind of sucks, but we do have access to a way of shutting down Sneasler now. And look at that, there's a Sneasler on the first team. Okay, question, is this going to be... The question is this Mega Gengar or is it Mega Dragonite? If I had to venture a guess, I would say this is probably Mega Gengar. If it's Mega Dragonite, Hurricane is going to hurt, but I can also hit it back with Dazzling Gleam. If it's Mega Gengar, Sludge Bomb one-shots Meganium, but he's going to have a bad time into like Basculegion, Kingambit, and Farigiraf. It's not a Trick Room team, so Imprison is useless here, but I could always choose to set up my own Trick Room as well. Most of his team is faster than mine, with the exception of like Kingambit. The other thing I could do is I could be really funny here and do something like this. I think he's going to lead probably like Sneasler and either... He might try to lead Ninetales here. I think we're going to try this. If he brings Dragonite, we have Archaludon and Meganium to try and deal with it. If he brings Gengar, we have Archaludon and Farigiraf to try to deal with it. Because honestly, Archaludon using Snarl here could be kind of good. It's definitely good to use Snarl against Mega Gengar. Oh my god, their name is Shrek. I just realized it. Okay, there's the Sneasler and the Gengar. They are going to probably close combat the Archaludon. I don't know if I survive that or not, but what we're going to do here is we're going to do that. And then... I don't have Protect, unfortunately. Do I survive this is the question. Not without a defense boost. So we're going to switch into Pelipper here. Unless he tries to like Dire Claw, maybe he thinks I'm going to go for a Trick Room or something. He did not Mega Evolve, or does Mega Evolve happen after switches? Okay, happen after switches. Pelipper might go down here, which would suck, but Sneasler would go down with it, which is kind of valuable. Okay, it is a Perish Trap strategy, which is fine with me. I survive this, and he loses his Sneasler, so honestly, overall, good turn for me. Sneasler's dead, even if it's a White Herb. And it's not White Herb, which means that this thing is Focus Sash, Which means that Twin Beam takes it out after the sash. Let's go. That's why you run Twin Beam on Farigiraf. Also, I think its name would be pronounced Farigiraf, right? Or is it Farig, like Giraffe-a-rig? Or is it Giraffe-a-ridge? Because it's supposed to be a palindrome. Alright, we're getting distracted right now by names. Bro, if I was this guy, I would just work with the game right there. Good job, you have a Ninetales. Oh, I can't switch out. Oh no, how terrible. What we can do, however, is... Gengar is the best thing on the field. What we can do here is actually Trick Room. And we're going to... Wild Card. I think he might go for... Bread moves. I could be wrong. He might be going like Aurora Veil or something, which would be really bad for me, but yeah, Shadow Ball does pick up the KO. I did what I had to do with Pelipper. It was either Pelipper does that or Pelipper does nothing. Oh, he disabled. Oh wait, I can't. Oh no, how terrible. I can't use Twin Beam. And now I can bring in Archie. I don't think I've ever heard how it's officially said either. Here's the thing, even if I can't use Twin Beam, I can still use Helping Hand. Perish is 2 turns. So he's going to protect this turn. And then switch the following turn. Alright, let's do this then. If we take out the Ninetales here, he's actually not allowed to switch. And he would lose his own Gengar to Perish Song. Alright, he does double protect, which is actually the smart play for him. And then he's going to switch that slot out. He had to double protect there in order to stay alive. And now he switches. Question is, what is his last Pokemon? And should I try to just nuke it, whatever it is? Problem is that Meganium does not have a good matchup here. Is Trick Room up? I have Trick Room up, right? Okay. Now I kind of wish I did have Earth Power on the Meganium. Can I Twin Beam yet? Twin Beam is still disabled, so... Okay, we're just gonna Helping Hand and... nuke whatever comes in. No, we shouldn't nuke like that. We could still nuke whatever switches, but let's go after Ninetales. It's gonna be Dragonite most likely. Oh, it's King Gambit. Okay. I'm glad I didn't use Snarl. He gets the double protect. I should have Flash Cannon into that other slot just to get the free damage off. I'm gonna lose this game because of that now. Yeah, I mean, the disable kind of screwed me over. Like, yes, I got the Sneasler, which was great, but the disable fucked me over. Let's just do this now. He's probably gonna disable me. Actually, no, he can't, because I'm faster. Because Trick Room is up. Yeah, let's just go after the Ninetales. If I had Earth Power here, I actually would have been in a good position. Earth Power actually would have helped me win this game. Which is why I don't want to have Weather Ball. Low Kick does do a lot of damage, but it's not going to KO. I have leftovers, so I'm just going to heal back up. Dazzling Gleam does a lot less than I would have liked against Kingambit. And I don't think this picks up the KO either. It does not. What we should have done was this. Is this the last turn of Trick? Okay, he's gonna protect the Gengar here. And Kingambit's probably gonna go for like a low kick. So we're gonna Weather Ball into it. We can maybe go for the Snarl now. Just in case if Gengar doesn't protect. Because Gengar might want to use... Oh, I should have Flash Cannoned it then instead of Snarl. But I think Meganium moves first, right? Before Archaludon? Yeah, it did use, yeah, it used Dazzling Gleam first. Archaludon is a little bit faster, so it goes second in Trick Room. We knew he was going to protect. That was the most obvious play ever. He's going to low kick again. Which does damage, but doesn't get the KO. I'm debating how much I really want Snarl on this thing. I think he goes for Sludge Bomb next turn, right? Okay. If he Sludge Bombs here, and then he goes for like a Moonblast or something. If I survive the Moonblast, though, he sets up the Hail again. My win con is knocking out the Gengar this turn, so to that end, do I protect here and then go for the... Hold on. Or do I go after the Ninetales? No, I think we have to protect here. He's gonna try to knock out my Archaludon, I think. You know what I should actually do here? He probably predicts me to protect here. We're gonna do this instead. And if I lose her, I lose. But he might think that I'm gonna protect Meganium, not even go for the Sludge Bomb, go after our Archaludon instead. No, he just Sludge Bombs Meganium. Alright, I should have protected. If I had protected though, would it have mattered? Is Moonblast gonna KO here? Oh, he went for Blizzard. Oh, okay. Oh, I already picked up the KO anyways. Yeah. Oh wait, we don't know that it would have picked up the KO. I should have protected her. Alright, well... Unfortunately, my weakness in Pokemon is predicting moves and figuring out what I have to do to win a game. Or what my opponents can do to claw their way back. And I've lost a lot of games to just making one prediction and being absolutely fucking wrong with my prediction. Which is basically what happened there. I overthought it and thought that they were going to make a bigger brain play than they actually needed to. Okay, they have another gang. I'm not doing that. That was another AI team. I'm not wasting my fucking time. That was literally the fucking team that you get if you pick Palafin at the start of the game. I recognize that team. Not wasting my time with that shit. If that happens again, I am ending the stream and I'm going to go enjoy my life. Because that is bullshit. The AI opponents make no fucking sense in this game. People need to, like, really make complaints about this, because this is... It's bullshit. There's no fucking reason for this. People need to, like, really, like, message Pokemon Company and, like, just... There needs to be massive public outroar over this bullshit. This is why it's too easy to get into Master Ball tier. Master Ball tier literally means nothing. How is this the only competitive game? Literally, this is the only competitive game where every player will make it to the top to Master Ball tier. Can you imagine any other like competitive game making it so that if you lose too much, you end up against AI opponents so you can get a free win so that you can climb with all the other players that are better than you? Like, it is bullshit. This is just garbage. I also don't remember if I updated my score after the last game. Hold on. I did update my score after the last game. The only nice thing about this is the fact that it gives you a free... Like, it gives you the win without losing a Pokemon for free, basically. But that's the only thing about this that's nice. Like, it genuinely makes me not want to play this game anymore. Seeing that if I lose one game in Pokeball tier, I end up against AI opponents, like, that makes me not want to play this game. It's not fun. Yeah. Of course I get a free rank up for that, why wouldn't I? It's not a good thing. At all. Like, that is so bad. You can literally have a... So basically this means you can have a losing record and still rank up to Great Ball. That is terrible. This looks like a Trick Room team. It also looks like a potential for Sun team. That is a female Basculegion, not a male one. So what we're gonna do here is actually we're gonna lead Farigiraf. I definitely think that Kingambit can be valuable in this game, but maybe we don't bring it right away. We do maybe... Basculegion's also really good into this game, into this team, honestly. The only thing that could screw me over is if I do this and he brings, like, Gengar. We definitely want Pelipper. I don't know if we need Meganium in this game. Because, like, look at the possible Mega Pokemon. Gengar, which one-shots with Sludge Bomb. Aggron, which is annoying to deal with. I mean, I could hit him with Weather Ball, but still annoying to deal with. And Charizard, which one-shots me, especially if we're in the sun. So I don't know if I even need to bring my Mega here. I think I just have to believe in the primary Weather Core. Basculegion, Bridge, and Bird. Yeah, Hatterene is a Trick Room setter here. So we're going to Imprison. And Flash Cannon here. That is Mega Aggron. bulky, strong, right? Very, very bulky, but not necessarily an instant win. Hatterene does survive that, but he doesn't get the Trick Room up, which is huge. He's gonna Iron Defense because he wants to use Heavy Slam next turn. And you can't use Trick Room. Perfect. Now, ironically, I can use Trick Room if I wanted to. But what we actually want to do here is we're probably going to want to switch to Legion here. We're going to do negligible damage, but that's okay. We're going to switch into Legion here because he definitely wants to use Body Press. If he Heavy Slams instead, I'll be impressed. Okay, he protects. That's perfect. We want Hatterene to protect here. Spin Beam is just to tickle a little bit. I mean, I did more than I expected. I expected it to do like 5%. Second one crits even. And if he Body Presses, we had a perfect turn here. Beautiful. And we're just going to keep on whittling it down. Aggron is not too crazy threatening, honestly. I can't hit it super effectively or anything, but that's fine. Is he going to switch out? He might switch. I think I want to actually Wave Crash into this slot, just in case he tries to switch out Hatterene. But yeah, not getting Trick Room up is kind of huge. Yep. Okay, free damage onto whatever comes in. It is floating. That's a lot of damage. And he does not have a Citrus Berry. It's probably leftovers. And we just whittle the Aggron down. Slowly but surely. Okay, he Iron Defenses one more time, which is fine. I'm not even hitting you with physical moves, so I do not care. Okay, they still can't use moves. He still can't use Trick Room, which is huge. We're just gonna keep on hitting the Aggron with Twin Beam. Like, there's no reason for us to do anything else. And Wave Crash, just Slowking again. You can't really do too much damage to Basculegion here. Pick up the free KO. He needs to knock out Farigiraf. Farigiraf is the only thing that's stopping the Trick Room. And it's also brought down Aggron to less than half already. Body Press. Oh, that might KO? Okay, that KOs. And that's fine. So now what we do... What is he going to do? Bring in Hatterene now and try to Trick Room? Maybe just bring in Pelipper here. Or, alternatively, we bring in our Chaladon. We're going to do something funny here. He brings in his own Basculegion. Oh, I guess I should be saying she. We are going to Electroshot onto Aggron. I'm hoping this is enough. We're going to switch out our Basculegion. They're a Trick Room team. They're slow. My Basculegion is fast, so Basculegion might be able to just clean up at the end. So what we're going to do now is bring out the rain. And now all of a sudden, if they thought Electroshot wasn't going to happen, Electroshot is happening. And given how much damage the Aggron was taking, I don't think they're very invested into special defense. Yeah, Aggron did next to nothing this game. They go Last Respects, which doesn't KO because you have the wrong Basculegion. If that was male Basculegion, it still wouldn't have knocked out, but it would have at least brought me down to my Sash. Yeah, and then, I mean, we should be good here. This is the last 2 Pokemon on their team. Hatterene protects, which is fine. If I had gone for Snarl, they would have lost the Basculegion here. Basculegion, Aqua Jets. Okay, okay. Good play. You definitely have the wrong setup. Female Basculegion is supposed to be especially offensive. And I'm okay with this. Now I have my Basculegion, and my Basculegion is faster than yours. Unless they have, I'm at +1 also. What I should do here is actually protect and see if they're faster than our Chaladon, then it's Swift Swim, and they would outspeed my Basculegion. So we're gonna test for that right now. Alternatively, I could have just Electroshotted, but fine. All right, they're not Swift Swim. They have adaptability as well, and I have full speed investment. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So now we use Electroshock because that would one tap, and we will use our own Last Respect. We'll also one shot, and we're good. This should be a win. Yeah, I am faster. They probably don't have max speed investment because they are Quick Room. Again, they are also using the wrong gender on Basculegion because Basculegion does actually have a difference between its male and female genders, with the males being physically oriented and the females being specially oriented. Oh boy, guys, I made it to Great Ball rank 4. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, I got some more VP. 1000 VP there. What do we get from this? Weekly missions, use extremely effective moves and land 3 crits. It's 1000 each. So we are actually at 37,000 VP. Even after using VP today, we are back above where we started. We got a teammate ticket, which is nice. We've gotten a free Skarmory. This would, I feel like these should have been shiny. I feel like that would be more valuable. Kangaskhan is also here, and Kangaskhan's Megastone. Then we could get a free Gengar and Gengarite, because they want everyone to run Hair Song, just like Wolfie does. Alright, we'll do a couple more battles. Alright, what do we got this time? This time we're facing down El Generico, the Sun Team, with all 6 Pokemon that are used on said Sun Team. Very good. Wonderful. I don't even know what this Sun Team does, honestly. I'm wondering if this is the best lead. They probably lead like what, Sneasler into Aerodactyl or even Charizard into Aerodactyl. Do I even want to bring Meganium again? Like, Meganium is good against 1 Pokemon on the enemy team. Literally just 1 Pokemon on the enemy team. I almost want to just bring our Chaladon this time. Sure. Nope. I just messed everything up. We want to bring Farigiraf, Basculegion in the lead. Let's do this. Meganium. I like Meganium. I think it's really good, but I also think a lot of its matchups in the current meta are not great. Like, this is the generic Sun Team from what I've seen. Like, this is the one that, like, most people have been using as a group of 6. I predicted the lead successfully, which is nice. He can't fake out. He has to go for generic knockouts. And what I kind of want to do is see if I can't take care of Aerodactyl immediately. But also, I do acknowledge that Sneasler is too big of a threat. So we're gonna do this. I just want to bring Aerodactyl down as low as possible. I don't have to knock it out. They do Rock Slide. They're gonna try to knock out Farigiraf probably, but I think I survived this. As long as I survive this, yeah, Farigiraf is gonna get the KO here on Sneasler. And then Aqua Jet actually threatens. Oh, they flinched me. Damn, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that changes things. Twin Beam would have gotten to KO here. I'll switch into Pelipper, and then we're actually gonna Wave Crash into the Sneasler. Because Aerodactyl, they're either gonna protect or switch. Do I care? Do I need Farigiraf? Farigiraf is not useful for anything. Hold on, you know what? Actually, yeah, we switch Pelipper, and then we Wave Crash the Sneasler. This might want... Yeah, he withdraws. Awesome. Good. Now my berry procs. I forgot that my berry can be eaten. He sent out Garchomp. I'm okay with this. This is fine. Now it rains. Dire Claw. Okay. It gets poison. That's fine, as long as I don't get slapped, honestly. And this should one-shot, I think. Yeah. Awesome. I'm surprised they went for Dire Claw instead of Close Combat, when Close Combat would have been the KO there. And then I'm gonna go Charizard here, of course. No surprises there. We do need to preserve our... We need to preserve the Pelipper. We need to preserve Pelipper because we need to be able to win the Weather War. So we're going to protect Basculegion to switch in Farigiraf. If Farigiraf goes down, that's fine. We do get the free switch into Archaludon at that point. Or back into Pelipper to get rid of the Sun. Also, we get to see if Garchomp is going to go for Rock Slide here. But I also kind of think that Charizard might protect here. Because they might be afraid of the Aqua Jet, even in the actually no, yeah, they wouldn't have protected because they were gonna overwrite the weather. Okay, to get rid of the rain, I protect. Garchomp goes for Rock Slide. He does Rock Slide, so he's just spamming Rock Slide. If Farigiraf dodges this, that would be so funny. Oh, he Solar Beams. Oh, wait. Is he going to Solar Beam into the Legion slot? Yeah. Okay. What I might be able to do here... Does he protect? We're gonna switch, hold on, we're gonna switch in Archaludon here. Which sounds stupid, but... if he's really going after that Basculegion, he also might just protect Charizard here, because why wouldn't he? Stomping Tantrum connects, but it's not doubled, so it doesn't actually KO. Trick Room here is really good. Unfortunately for him, I overwrite the weather now. Or I will be able to. Alright, best thing we could do here is actually send out Pelipper, I think, and go for Electroshot onto the Charizard. It already protected, so it might only be able to switch here. And Rock Slide is not doing anything to Archaludon. He might even protect the Garchomp here. And he hasn't seen me do this yet. Alright, so he does switch into Aerodactyl, so I do pick up the KO on Aerodactyl. What does Garchomp do here? Protect? Garchomp does not protect, which means that he's not afraid of the Archaludon here. Question is, does he go for Stomping Tantrum again? And even if he does, I get a free switch into Basculegion, which can knock out Charizard. He goes for Earthquake, okay. Which I think will get the KO onto... Wow. Archaludon does not give a fuck. This is a little tricky though. Okay, so he has shown Earthquake, Bulldoze, Rock Slide. I'm assuming he has a Dragon type move, so he might not have Protect on the Garchomp. But my Pokemon go first here. So what I do is I switch in Farigiraf, and I think we just go for... I can nuke something with Draco. I think we just nuke the Garchomp with Draco. I don't think the Garchomp has Protect. I think that its last move is a Dragon-type move. It's running both Stomping Tantrum and Earthquake. So the other two moves are probably, we saw Rock Slide already, it's probably Scale Shot or Dragon Claw. Let Farigiraf go down. Yeah. Goodbye, Garchomp. I don't think Charizard can 1v4 this. Not when I could get free switches into Basculegion and Pelipper. Heat Wave is gonna miss Farigiraf, okay. Archaludon finally goes down, but it did its job, so I do not care. And that, yeah, that miss doesn't even matter, because Basculegion comes in and we have Weather. We have Weather War 1. Oh, we're also in Trick Room right now. I didn't even have to use Aqua Jet there. Oh, I keep forgetting small details like that kind of matter. I don't think he wins anyways, but still. This one shot still. Alright, that was a good one. Back to a winning record. I shouldn't have any losses in Pokeball tier, but that's fine. We're still playing like it's Master Ball tier, to be honest. Did I just jump from Great Ball 4 to 2? I just jumped from Great Ball 4 to Great Ball 2. I'm okay with that. Alright, we'll do one more battle before we call it a day. And then I think I will be on again tomorrow. And then Friday, I'm taking the day off. Oh my god, I'm up against my own team. We are also facing the Rain. But they have Sneasler and Dragonite, whereas I have the Farigiraf and Archaludon. Archaludon. Okay. Debating how good Kingambit is in this matchup. Probably not that great. We definitely want Archaludon to hit an enemy Pelipper. Do we want... I don't think we want Meganium. I think we maybe want Farigiraf again. And Archaludon. And we could do... Sometimes I don't even bring my Pelipper if I see the opposing... if the opponents have weather for me. So maybe I could leave Pelipper behind, and that frees me up to use Meganium. Although Meganium doesn't do much in this matchup, except for Dazzling Gleam can hit Dragonite super effectively. Oh shit, oh god damn it. I hit the B button. No, I didn't hit the B button. I clicked on Farigiraf, I think, instead of the done button, and it fucked up my team order. Well, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Gotta play the hand we're dealt. I wanted Farigiraf in the lead, because I thought they were gonna lead Sneasler though, so the fact that they didn't lead Sneasler is actually kind of good that I didn't lead Farigiraf. But I also was planning on using Trick Room instead of Tailwind if I had left Pelipper back home. But I do think they're gonna just try to Electro Shot Pelipper on turn 1. I love how the two Pelippers are moving, like their movements are being mirrored right now. Yeah, we kind of hope he does Electro Shot into my Archaludon, because then I'm just gonna tank it. He is gonna do a lot of damage here with potentially Hurricane. Otherwise, he might go for, that hurts. That actually did more damage than I thought it would. If he goes for Draco Meteor, he will one-tap me, and I think he's Tailwinding here. Most likely. That's only Gleam did good damage there, and he does Tailwind. What's he gonna do? Hurricane me? I think we just go for the Dazzling Gleam here again, and go for the Draco on our Archaludon just in case he does Flash Cannon and knock out Meganium. And if he goes for... yeah, I think we just have to play offensive here. Like, he's going to play aggressive right now, and if I play slow, then I'm just going to lose one of my Pokemon for nothing. I'm okay with losing one Pokemon if it's a trade. Meganium also already did a lot of damage. Alright, he does Flash Cannon here. I go down. It comes down to... does he Hurricane here? He does Hurricane. No confusion. No confusion would be great. And Draco hit. Nice. Alright, so we take out his Archaludon, which was a big threat, so this is fine. If he has Sneasler, he's going to bring it out now, so we're actually going to use my... and we heal, which is nice. We're going to bring out... oh, I didn't bring Farigiraf, that's right. I forgot about that. Let's bring out Basculegion. And they did bring out Sneasler. Okay, so predicted. Basculegion is good against Sneasler is a thing, so what we want to do here is Wave Crash into it and protect. Oh, I don't have Protect on Archaludon. So if he goes for a close combat, we are at +2, but I feel like that's still gonna get the KO on me. All right, we're gonna Wave Crash into Sneasler, and we're gonna switch into. Come on, no. Switch to Pelly here. Pelly is a Pokemon I didn't even want to bring in the first place. Sneasler Protect. Okay. Pelipper protects. What was he afraid of? I guess that's what he was afraid of, but like... what was his last Pokemon? Is it Meganium or... I mean, we could just Wave Crash again, right? And then this time we are going to go for the Tailwind on my side of the field. This way, if I get Tailwind off, I am going to... Like, if I get my Tailwind off here, we're going to have Tailwind advantage for a couple turns, which is huge. Because his Tailwind should be expiring in a turn or two. I think this might be the last turn. If it's not this turn, then the next turn is the last turn of Tailwind. Dire Claw into Pelly. He needs a sleep here. He doesn't get it. Oh, he double targets Pelly. That's also okay. I don't really need my Pelipper in this match. Is this thing Scarf? It's not. Okay, it's not. Sorry, I meant Sash. It's not Sash, which is good. Good trade. And they lose their Tailwind there. So it comes down to who's the last Pokemon. Their last is Basculegion. We're gonna protect here. We're gonna Electric Shot onto. Again, we're gonna use Basculegion to determine who's faster because my Basculegion has. I don't know if I can do that though. He might be Swift Swim, and I'm afraid of it being Swift Swim. How many more turns of rain? This is the last rain turn, also. Go for Electric Shot here. They last respects into Arch. Oh man, that sucks. If I had to use last respects into their Basculegion, I could have won this. But I really thought that I never anticipated them using last respects into Archaludon. The rain stops. It all comes down. Oh, but if they are Swift Swim, I might be faster. It comes down to whether or not I'm faster. So I am running max speed. If they're Choice Scarf, I lost already. But if they're not Scarfed, they're Scarfed. Man, that's so fucking annoying. Yeah, if I had used last respects, if I had made the wrong play last turn and used last respects onto, but I guess I also could have sacrificed it. And like if they had done that last respect into my Basculegion, I just Electric Shot and get the KO, and then Pelipper has to 1v1 against Archaludon. Alright, so that was a unfortunate loss to end the stream on, but that's fine. I lost a lot today, which I'm starting to get used to in this game. Got the Basculegion on fire thing. Electric type move bean. Ooh, I got electric tickets. That's nice. I feel like I need to get fire and ground type tickets. Got a quick coupon for doing, I guess, sunning and flying type Pokemon. Okay. Alright, and then I get my reward. Training ticket. Okay. Well, that's going to be it for today, guys. I'm going to be back tomorrow to continue this ladder grind. Let's see how... We'll see if I can make it through Great Ball. Hopefully I play a little bit better tomorrow. Thank you guys as always for being here, and I will see you then. Take care, everyone.